members joining. Hello, lovely.
Hello.
How are you all feeling?
Very excited to be here.
All right. Yes. Now, Charlie, at the start of this panel, we heard Sauron's theme and his voiceover images of the rings. What can you tell us about him and what we just saw plays into the whole season 2?
Well, Sauron has arrived. This season, we're kind of with Sauron on his journey. Whereas in season 1, he had moments that were private, away from the camera. Now the camera stays with him, and we're inside his mind, and we watch him as he manipulates and maneuvers his way through Middle-earth. It's very exciting. And of course, there's rings.
There's rings in this? The rings? Yes, there's rings. We know this. I'm Yvette Nicole Brown, by the way. I didn't even say who I was. Got so excited, it came out and started talking. Hey! Galadriel was forced to admit a grave mistake that she made at the end of season 1. What lessons do you think she learned at the start of season 2, dear?
Well, don't trust handsome men, I say. And yeah, she doesn't know it all. And Gil-galad's really ready to tell her that. I'm sorry.
If you just listen!
Ben, as the High King of the Elves, can you tell us how prepared your kind is for the challenges that lie ahead?
Unfortunately, and kind of uncharacteristically for the elves, we're caught on the back foot. So we've got some learning to do. We all have some learning to do. And evil has reemerged right under our noses.
Yes. Now, we want to dig in more, but I heard you may have brought something for us to see today?
That's right! That's right! We brought something very special just for you, Hall H. We know how much time you put in, how long you've had to wait, you've been in the heat. We appreciate your love of our show and your love of Tolkien. So are you ready to see the official trailer for The Rings of Power Season 2?
Yes! And you guys know how this goes. No recording, nothing. This is something special for you. Put your phones down and let's all enjoy. You ready to tell them?
All right, let's roll it, or as we say in Elvish, Gwen!
Hey! Please welcome to the stage the rest of the cast of The Rings of Power. Yes! Robert Aramayo! Sophia, Nomvete, Lloyd, Owen, Cynthia, Addai-Robinson, Trystan, Gravelle, Horvath, Maxim, Baldry, Tyroe, Muhafidin, Weyman, and Showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay. Yeah, Showrunners, the first question is for you. Come on. How's up? J.D. and Patrick. Hi. Hey, everybody. How we feeling? Yes. Hi. Okay, J.D. and Patrick, from season 1, introduced us to this pivotal and rich environment and culminated in Sauron's scary reveal. Now that the Dark Lord has stepped into the light to forge even more rings as he spins his master plan, how does that accelerate the action and raise the stakes in season 2?
Holy Joie!
What are we talking about? Yeah, it's really good to be back with you guys. Seriously, it's been 4 years of everyone's collective lives and thousands of artists coming together, and we do it for you. We do it because we love this world, we love Middle-earth, and we are so excited to share with you today.
I will really quick. Sauron is afoot. There's trouble, there's danger, there's death and battle, and lots of shit.
As Gandalf says to Pippin, the board is set and the pieces are moving. The enemy has to move, and he is about to open up his full plan. Season 2 really starts where Sauron has nothing. Galadriel cast off the end of season 1, so he has no rings. Very kind of yes. But he has no rings, no army, no allies. And we're going to watch season 2 as he really sort of sets everyone against each other. Elves against orcs. Really, the spine of it is the Aragian story. where we get the two Charlies together, and it is a psychological drama. It's a descent into madness and gaslighting, and you watch as this guy manipulates this guy into making 7 rings for everything, and then 9 rings for men. But anyways, it's going to be a hell of a season. The stakes go up a lot, and the stakes could not be higher.
Thank you for getting it in so fast. I appreciate it. A lot of people. Rob. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Rob. Elrond has such a complicated relationship with Galadriel. How would you characterize it?
Well, it's sort of like his heart and his head, I would say. His head tells him that she's made some questionable decisions.
I'll say.
But his heart believes that she's a force for good people there, and he cares a great deal about her. So.
Wonderful. Hi, Charles.
Hi.
You play such a pivotal role in the Legendarium. What can you tell us about Celebrim's role this season?
Okay, so at the end of season 1, we left him having forged 3 rings for the elves. Season 2, we find him feeling a little adrift. No one's been in touch with him to tell him how that's gone. He feels kind of abandoned. There's no news, so he's waiting, and his spirits are low, and he's feeling vulnerable. And then there's a knock on the door. The doorbell rings. Somebody turns up, and we sort of take it from there.
I love it. There's no doubt that season 2 hinges on the forging of these rings and how it affects all the characters on the show. So let's go behind the scenes now to see what it took to bring these rings to life. And remember, Hall H, don't you take no pictures. I'm gonna find you. No pictures, no video. All right, take a look. I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Which one of you is the true Lord of the Rings?
Well,
They said, ooh.
that title kind of veers between the two of them, I think. Right?
Maybe you start as the first Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
and then maybe that changes. But right.
But it is a power struggle between the two of them, so it does kind of veer from one to the other, I think.
And that's the thing which I love the most about what we did, is that there is no person in power constantly. It's a real back and forth, kind of like a psychological thriller the whole season.
Absolutely.
Love it. Sophia, hi sister.
Hello.
How are you? Yes, give it to her. With the break between Durin and his father, it seems like Hazeldine is headed for dark times. What dangers does it face, and could the rings be blamed?
Well,
Love your dress. You hear that? I heard it.
thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here, by the way, Hall H. It's so good to Caladrim is in an existential crisis. There is a huge rift between Prince Durin and the king, and of course, Adisa is sent to fix the whole damn thing.
Friendship. And why is it so integral to the story?
Well, it's really integral to him, to Elrond, you know. I feel like it's one of his big hopes that he can bring those two peoples together to help Middle-earth. And it's born out of this relationship, this brotherhood that they have together. So yeah, I think really important.
Okay. This is for the showrunners, but if anyone has a song in their heart, they can jump in on this one. Now that the first rings have been forged, how does that heighten and alter the power dynamics of this wonderful story?
Season 2 is about entering the nuclear age. And everybody wants the nuclear codes. But what they don't know is it all feeds into this guy. It's an exciting time in Adar.
Charlie, you're not the only bad guy this season. Will we see a face-off between you and Adar?
Well,
You should react to that more. This is something good.
one of the last things we see, in fact, the last thing we see in season 1 is Sauron descending the mountain into Mordor. And I think it's not really a spoiler because you see it straight away in the first episode, but the first person he sees there is Adar.
Ooh, that is a wonderful answer, Charlie. I love it so very
Thank you.
much. Oh!
Lord Horvath! Adar!
Don't look over here. Don't look over here. You better go on.
I'm sorry about that. My children can get a little overexcited.
No, it's good. Thanks for calling them off. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Now, you're joining the cast for the first time this season. How would you characterize Adar's motivations for igniting a war? Is he an evil character?
Of course he's not an evil character. Protecting his children, that's all. I think at the beginning of season 2, well, at the end of season 1, he's created a home for his children, and so his work really is done. But there's a sort of funny, nagging feeling. He met this guy, and I believe it was episode 6 of season 1, and had a strange feeling of recognition that couldn't quite place. And so he comes into season 2 feeling a little distracted by his feeling. He doesn't know what it is, but his work really is done until Halbrand arrives.
It looks like you two are heading for a showdown this season. Do you think one of you is underestimating the other?
I think they meet each other in the first episode, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on under the surface. I think the scene that you'll see is really interesting because they're on a level together, but there's a lot of stuff playing beneath this sense of recognition and their shared history. They've known each other for tens of hundreds of years. You know?
I love that they're keeping you two so apart as well. I want to bump over to J.D. and Patrick. We just saw an orc in the flesh. I don't know why everybody's not more excited over what we just saw. A lot of time spent. Now we're all dying to know which creatures are going to show up in season 2. Can you give us a hint? And someone says. What else?
We try to show, not tell, so we have a thing to show you, right?
More exclusives, yes please. Now remember, I already told you, put your cameras down. Here we go. Hello, my Numenorians. I'm going to start this question for Lloyd, and then I want everyone to jump in. Why are the politics so tense and volatile in Numenor right now?
There's a coming battle for the soul of Numenor, and the question is, what sort of island nation do we want to be, and which side of history are you going to fall on? There's a painful choice approaching it. For Elendil personally, there are some impossible choices between the love for his country and the love for his daughter. And that is further complicated by some of his feelings for the woman on our left, which just plays into the family dynamic. But yeah, all of my children seem to be problematic. It seems to we can't even start with him.
Talk about you like that? I can't hear anything. I honestly can't.
He's so demanding.
But my daughter, as beautiful as she is, she's a complicated one, and I'll let her explain herself to you.
I think Arya this season is thinking about politics. She's very angry. A personal injustice has occurred to her. She thinks her brother is dead, and she will follow anyone who promises to right that injustice.
I think it's a very simple choice, really. You've got a choice. You either go with calmer heads who take a breath and go, do we really want to go to war? Or you go with people who have zero impulse control. That's these two. So it's a very simple choice to make, really.
I resent that.
Cynthia.
Passion.
Yes. Cynthia, how do you feel your beliefs and values align or clash with the other Numenorians?
Well, obviously, when this season starts, we have returned us Numenorians from a losing battle, very unpopular decision, and so there is tension in the air, and as Lloyd said, Numenor is at a crossroads, and so this is ultimately for Midiel about leading her people in what she believes is the right direction, and it ties very much to their elvish traditions, their lineage, and but it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. It's difficult to lead a peoples.
Absolutely, and we just saw that you're going to encounter a very large sea creature this season. Can you tell us a little bit about filming that and that encounter?
So I went for a little swim. we talk about it all the time, and it's amazing for us to watch some of this footage ourselves, but all of the people involved to create these illusions, this story, these worlds. In Numenor, we got to film in Tenerife and the Canary Islands this year, had an incredible team over there. I did some tank work for the first time, terrifying for me, but it takes a village, truly, to kind of give you the support to help, really transport our audience to this place. So I'm excited. The sea creature, I only recently myself saw. When you're doing it, you're staring at a piece of tape, you're staring at an X, you're trying to see in your mind's eye. But when we watch this, and a huge shout out to our visual effects and our post, and all of those people that create these creatures and these worlds. We are in the show, and we're also fans. Like, I'm looking at this aghast, and it's actually quite emotional to watch because we're watching along with you guys. We're seeing it ourselves.
Right, because you also shared that you guys shoot your little pockets, your little worlds, and so you don't even know what everyone else is doing until you see a trailer, basically.
Yeah, we're each other's fans. I love watching my castmates transform because we see each other like this, but the reality is there is a true transformation for everybody, whether you're in full orc regalia or you're just really shifting into these beautiful characters that we've invested so much time and energy into.
I mean, we're all each other's fans, apart from Farazov.
That's right.
I can take the hit. I get a bad rap, I get a really bad rap. I pass in the crowd and everybody's going, oh, he's jeering them on. I'm the only family member who stays behind to look after your dad, by the way. And I get take the street when you did it, didn't you? You put it over his head.
Point to me. It's still in Tyroe? Yes! You two get mixed up with some ends this season. Why are ends so important in Middle Earth, you two?
Hello, age. Hello. Good. Hola. I mean, I'm super excited about the fact that we have ends on the show. I think I'm not alone when I speak that these magical creatures kind of shaped my childhood, early teenage years. They're just such beautiful beings that really encompass a lot of the spirit of, especially the elves. Elves were created by Yavanna to protect the trees, protect the forest from the felling of the trees. And what's the question? Because I get zoning out. I'm jet lagged. But why are they such an important part of Middle Earth? Yeah, I mean, they're there to shepherd the forest. They're there to protect the forest. They're there to protect the trees and to keep other creatures and other beings from doing what we are. It was a cautionary tale. It's doing what we're doing essentially today, which is killing the earth. Well, I don't need. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Say it. Tyroe.
I mean, like,
you don't have to stay there, baby. If there's something else you want to talk about, you're going to tell us what you want to say.
who doesn't love the Ents? Like, if you don't, it's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, they're so sick. Like, I mean, you guys see it on screen. Like, they look epic. But we were just looking at a pole with an LED.
True.
We still got right. But I mean, we got to use our imagination, and we got to picture in our head how sick they look. And it's actually like really a rewarding feeling to be able to look at it on screen and see how dope that they actually are. Yeah, we love the Ents. We love the Ents.
Maxim, I know fans will be excited to see a much younger version of Slope this season. What can you tell us about your script with the legendary slider?
Yeah. Who's terrified of spiders here? I mean, I was so scared, but Shelob is a legendary monster in Tolkien, and it was just the most amazing thing to film. I can't wait for you to all see it. I mean, it's just dark and muddy. I got muddy the whole season. So, I mean, it was just, that was the start, and it just goes muddier from there. But yeah, I'm very excited for you to all see it.
Since you mentioned the mud, Maxim and Ismail, the two of you are literally dragged through and submerged in mud throughout. Whose path did you cross to find yourself in such a predicament?
The writers and showrunners
that
wrote that.
When you look like those guys do, all you want to do is shove them in a big pit of mud.
I mean,
I'm still getting mud out of every sort of.
It was triggering
my body.
to watch that scene. I mean, we have a beautiful journey this season to
really have a very beautiful journey that ends up in us, like in the depths of Adar, like, fighting lots of different monsters. Yes.
Sophia. Hello, friend. Hi. There are a lot of creatures this season, and one of the largest one of them is right beneath your feet. Are we going to learn more about what's lurking deep within the bowels of Kazan?
There's something lurking. The bowels of Kazan.
Bowels.
And the Balrog is here. What can I say? Is that yeah, and through the incredible gift that the showrunners and Bear have given Lisa with resonating and singing, which we'll get to see some more of, which I'm really excited about. We've created the most incredible sounds, and of course she communicates with the mountains, with the grounds around her. She hears the rumbling. It's arrived.
Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
One of my favorite parts of the show is Lloyd and Poppy. And they have set off on their own path this season to embark across the desert terrain of Rue. What can you tell us about the challenges that await them and the people hunting them down?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges. Hi, everyone. Sorry.
Come to.
Hi. Yeah, I think you kind of said it right there. Like they're embarking on their own journey. And I think I can't speak for Markella, which is about Nori, but Poppy. But it very much is like a continuation of her journey from season 1 that you've already seen, except there's sort of other parts and elements to her life that are getting to be explored. But as they travel through the lands over Peru, they're in completely uncharted territory, and she's the one leading the way. But she has to make sure that her closest people are kept safe throughout the entire time. And that is a heavy weight to have on her shoulders. But I mean,
and there's a bit of a romance, isn't there?
Ooh.
Spoilers!
I want to share it! What is it?
Well, you'll find out.
Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Eddie. Yeah, woo!
Hi, everybody.
Now, the stranger has come a long way since we first met him, and it's he's a very special goat farmer who might be able to tell him who he is once and for all. So, what can you reveal about the stranger's journey this season and how Tom Bombadil enters the picture?
Yeah, well, through season 1 we've seen...
It's right there,
hello. We've seen the stranger not really understand how these things are. Hello, man.
Hey, come on, bring a piano.
We've seen him not understand how he has this power and this energy sort of courses through him, and the causes and the reactions on everybody around him have been the thing we've had to view. And suddenly in season 2, he comes in the same area as Tom Bombadil, and the tables are turned. So suddenly there's this creature who the stranger doesn't understand, is doing and using energy in a way that the stranger has no understanding about. And we see him wrong-footed, and the rug is pulled out from under his feet. We see him lost, upturned, and disorientated. And I think that's for me, it's been a really exciting thing to play. And hopefully for you to watch it, seeing him spar with Tom Bombadil is going to be pretty exciting.
And sing with Tom Bombadil.
Oh, well, a little singing with Tom Bombadil, who wouldn't? We would, right?
Well, we are about to open up for questions, but before we do, I wanted to make sure that I gave you all a chance to say anything you wanted to share. Get to say what you wanted to say. Now's your time before we go to questions. You want to have something you want to add? Tyroe, you got something in your heart?
All of you are very beautiful, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.
I love it. Yes.
I forgot to say hello as well, so hello to all of you. Thank you for coming.
Are you?
I'll just add that it's really great to see all your costumes. It really fills my heart with so much joy to see people who have put together costumes that are part of the show, and see Tolkien's universe expanding into the hearts and hands of his greatest fans. So it's just thank you all who dressed up, who made stuff, and who came here and to support.
We've got a beautiful Galadriel in the front row.
Oh, I see you. All right, well, it looks like we have a truly epic season 2 of The Rings of Power to look forward to. But let's open up to your questions. I can't see what's happening. So we have a line going over here. Hello, honey bun. Let's go. Got a lot of flair. A lot of flair. Let's go.
Hi there. 10 years ago, I asked to see pieces from the Silmarillion in 10 years, and you guys did it 2 years ago, so thanks for that. My question is for Mr. Vickers. Sauron famously could change his face. Were you worried that you might get recast?
Good question. Good question.
I had full faith that I was never, ever going to be recast by these guys. No, well, we know that there is a point in the Legendarium where Sauron loses his fair form, so I'm very much interested to see what the plan is for that part of the show.
But I mean, we all have very good imaginations, we're all actors and artists, but it's really hard to imagine how this taken.
Thanks, Rosie. That's very kind.
Next question?
Hi. I was wondering if anybody had past fighting combat experience and kind of share some stories about some easy fighting moves.
I'm from East Cleveland. Does that count?
Go in, go close. Lean into the punch. When they're punching, you punch first. You have to always break that distance. Don't go back. When they're punching, you want to take the punch and you just hit them straight in the face. You have one shot. Don't lose it. Don't miss it.
I love it. Next question.
Hi guys, my name is Sam.
Hey, sir.
My question, Lord of the Rings has a long tradition, especially among the elves, of naming weapons. For the elvish cast members, if you had a weapon in real life, what would it be and what would it be?
Oh, good.
Mine would be called Tanwen, which is this Welsh name which means like white flame, which is like really hot flame. So it'd be that.
Anyone else?
I'm taking Eglos home. I don't know if you guys know that. So I plan on just having that over, like, hanging over my bed, just in case.
I named my sword Rihanna. Yeah, right? I mean, I wasn't sure if I could say it, but I did.
Good question. Next one?
Hi everybody, my name's Nick.
Hello.
Hello. This question's for Sophia.
Hello, Nick.
Hello. In season 1, it seemed like the dwarves were the most spearheaded of them all, even though obviously what we see in season 2, the rulers kind of taking the rings hard. What's the chance that you two are the voice of reason in season 2?
I think there's a big chance of that. I think ultimately with a voice of trying to save Hazeldine, and I think in trying to save any world, whether that be the world within yourself, whether it be in your own heart, for us it's that, plus our entire kingdom. It's about going through an entire array of emotions and fight and fear and strength and rising from every ashes that are thrown at us. And you'll see that in abundance from the dwarves, and I'm really excited to show how we navigate that cheeky little man at the end of the line.
I love it. Good question. Next.
Hello? Hi, my name is Chris. Thank you. Love the show. Thanks for bringing Tolkien's role back
Thanks,
to us.
man. Thank you.
My question is about the elf Lord Findle. So in the Jackson trilogy, as well as the Ralph Bashki cartoon, we know that Lord Findle's role of riding Frodo to the Ford was replaced by Legolas, and then Arwen. Totally great. Enjoy what they did in the Ford. Question is, do you think that maybe in the Rings of Power there's an opportunity for Lord Findle to exist beyond the pages of Tolkien? Thank you.
The answer is yes.
Quick yes.
50 hours is a long time. We got a long story to tell, so there's room for a lot of surprising people to show up.
Wonderful. That's awesome. Good news.
Celeborn will be back, don't worry.
Hi.
Hi.
Go.
So, my question is Theo's father who ran away, is that the that is in love with his mom?
Question.
Let's see.
ICC, you want to take a whack at that?
I mean, can I say no? But the thing is, I think it's beautiful about the show is that, yes, we don't know who this person is, but we redefine what family is. We show what family actually is about throughout all of the worlds, and you can see what, how fatherhood and that bond really, how it shapes up no matter what. And I think in season 2, you really see that father-son bond be tried and tested and lost. That's what I want to say.